My name is Nigel, and I just want to say thank you for being here. I have a nerdier question for you. I was wondering what you specifically are doing to leverage artificial intelligence, and what are you guys doing for the 2026 NFL Combine that you did not do for the 2025 NFL Combine?
Yeah, great questions. In terms of AI, we're actually working with our presenting sponsor, Microsoft. We're working to develop some AI technology through their Copilot program. We built an app for the Combine about 12 years ago, and that app just drives a lot of the data that we collect to the NFL clubs. It's only allowed to be used by the clubs because there's a lot of sensitive information in there. And so last year, when Microsoft became the presenting sponsor of the event, they asked if they could help us develop some AI technology and really showcase some of the Copilot capabilities. Last year was just our initial kind of beta run. We got a late start on it. We were only able to work on a couple of pieces that were related to the 2025 event. And we used that as a beta test to see what would be important for the clubs because the combine is owned by the 32 clubs equally. I personally work for the 32 general managers, and my job really is to create an environment where we invite the top 300, 330 NFL players to come in and have the opportunity to showcase their skills where the NFL clubs can then evaluate them on kind of an even playing surface, so to speak. The idea of being able to take the data that we collect at the event, deliver it to the clubs in real time, and have the clubs be able to ask questions that are then answered through AI was our beta test last year. What we learned from the clubs is that evaluation, like a lot of things, is all a measure of comparison. We're comparing one player to the next. So, from a club perspective, they wanted to be able to compare current players with historical players. So we worked this offseason to develop a database that includes 15 years worth of combine information. So don't worry, Christian, your information's not in there. You're just outside that 15-year run. But we have 15 years of data that our NFL teams can now, during the 26th event, they'll be able to ask Copilot through our app anything relative to comparing the athletes in their performances, their anthropometric measurements. So they'll be able to say, hey, in the last 5 years, how many players and who ran under 4'4" that were greater than 5'10" in height, as an example. And Copilot will then be able to search that 15 years of data that we gave them and give the clubs answers in real time. You guys may have heard this before, but the value of data is not the data itself, it's how you use it. So, from a club perspective, we deliver all of the data at the same time and in the same format to all 32 teams. That data itself is not the competitive advantage for those 32 teams. It's how each of them uses it to get to be better than the other 31. So for us, we're dipping our toe in the world of AI, but also in that ability to advance how the teams use it, and mostly in real. I've been this for 3 years. And when we first started, it would take us weeks to deliver all of the data. So the medical data, the performance data, and any relevant interview information that we collected or assessment tests that we collected, it would take us weeks to deliver that. And we would actually mail CDs to the clubs, and all the data and images and reports would be on those CDs. Now, 20 years later, we've developed our own electronic medical record system. So all the medical information is securely shared in real time, and all of our performance data is now shared through these apps. So with any event, you want to be able to evolve with technology. And for us, what we'll continue to do. In the 26th event, that's probably the biggest change is that the clubs will be able to use Copilot and the AI to do on-site player comparisons.